Thank you for choosing Taco Bell. How may I help you tonight?
I would like the number 10 with a Baja Blast.
A number 10 with the Bob Blast.
Yep.
All right. Anything else for you?
No, that'll be it.
All right. Your total will be $677 at the window.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
You can't make it without me. Don't forget about me.
Now, where did we last leave off? I was going to school in Kansas City, studying media and ministry for 2 years. I met some amazing people and did some amazing things while I was there. They were honestly the best years of my life. But after the 2 years, I was feeling like it was my time to leave and start something new. And I did. And that brings us to now.
Oh boy, here we go. Simon turned to Peter, and Saul turned into Paul, and Jacob became Israel, so what's the big deal, y'all?
Growing up in church, I've developed such strong relationships with men of God who I consider brothers. We grew up together, and having them in my life has been so important to me, so I wanted to have a little chat with them to see what's going on in their lives, as well as discuss some of the things that I've been going through. Okay.
What's up, man?
What's up? What's up?
Yeah, what up, though? What up, though?
What's up? What's good?
What up, though, man?
Oh my goodness. Why did he have to put on this hat for this?
Because I'm always steady repping my Knicks, even though they trash. Trey Burke, Michigan's home.
So, Mike, what's going on with your music?
Oof. Just put out a track, Hermit
Flames.
/ Legacy featuring TK Baby.
Flames. Get it. On the banks of the
Like,
Leader.
Caleb is finally about to graduate.
Hey!
Woo!
Go Green!
Am I the only Michigan
well,
fan
you got
here?
Chris here?
Yeah.
Oh, you're in Michigan.
I mean, my whole
I
family
was about to say, he kind of don't have a
Oh,
choice.
I don't got a choice.
Right, and then Jared, what are you doing?
I got a couple different things going on right now, man. I'm gonna be finishing up with my trade after summer semester, so I'll be doing good. I'll be working at the hospitals as a sterile processing technician.
And then you're doing your
And then I'm also
music.
doing my music right now. I got Dose doing big things for me on the production scene. And on top of that, I'm trying to finalize my book series too.
Damn,
I don't know anything about Chris.
Let him know. He don't know. Let him know. Get
Hey,
it.
yo. I'm just around here. I'm working on network security and all that fun stuff. You know, trying to get my certificate for Cisco.
Mhm.
So I'm also getting that. Working on a webtoon too.
Yes.
Oh,
I have
now
an
that's
idea for
cool.
Let's say 4 years now, but I've been lazy and now
That's
I'm
cool.
finally kicking it off.
Man, it's so important to support each other. And if you support other people, you just get that same energy back. Now, as you guys know, I was in California for 2 separate semesters, and I didn't really tell anybody this, but I was going through a depressive state, and my parents don't even know this, but I guess they're gonna know now. But I flunked out both semesters because I was doing my work, and it was just hard for me to connect, do my homework. I was depressed, and on top of that, there was the racist incident that happened. Somebody drew a swastika on top of a black student's dorm room door, and his roommate was Jewish. And that just sparked a whole big racism debate. After that, I was just you know what? Maybe I shouldn't be here.
Man, life goes on, Charles. I was in the same boat as you.
Mm-hmm.
You know, when I was at Eastern, man, I wasn't necessarily depressed, but shoot, I was just doing my thing. I was not even focusing on school. Half the time, I didn't even go to class. And yeah, I flunked out twice. I got kicked out of school. I got kicked out of Eastern Michigan. Most people don't even know that. My parents know, but
Yeah.
See, I was living in their house, but
right.
But, life goes on.
Yeah.
5, 6 years later, I'm graduating from my first choice university.
Yes.
And,
Yes.
got a beautiful wife, and life goes on. So Can't let that stuff hold you down.
Right.
You gotta keep on moving, keep pushing.
It's awesome.
Basically, I would just echo the same thing, man. Charles, you already know how I feel, man.
Mm-hmm.
Just know I'm always here to encourage you, because
I know you're a big encouragement.
You've been you've always had that skill when it comes to writing, when it comes to production, when it comes to plays, and just that whole facet, just that whole avenue of artistry. And for me to finally get a chance to be able to see you actually step into that and see it flourish, it really warms my heart up, and it makes me want to be like, you know what, bet he doing his thing. You feel me? Let me finally step up to the plate and do what I'm supposed to be doing. We don't got no time to be playing no games no more. It's real out here, and kids is dying. They getting shot.
Yeah, yeah.
Police is just firing at African Americans for no reason, and it's just crazy out here now, man. It's encouraging to have a group of people that you can stand next to when you slipping up, when you having a not so down time. You feel me? Because they gonna be there to support you.
You learn through experience, and you can't learn in your comfort zone.
Mm.
You gotta do
I
things
felt
you're
the
not
shaba on that.
Shaba right there.
That is. I realized, like, you just can't run away from God. He pulled me back here, and that's where I'm supposed to be at. I know. And, just reading my Bible, connecting, all that type of stuff, like, it really helped. It's going very well since I came back. Like, and I have friends like you guys, even though we don't get together very often. It's always a good time being here with you guys.
It's love right there,
Ditto.
man.
Is that the word?
Ditto? Yeah,
Yes.
ditto. That's the word. Yep, ditto.
I'm in a much better place now. Like, I'm happier, way happier. It's been just it's been an interesting journey, to say the least. The past few years after I did Awkward Say Black Boy have been very interesting. It's been kind of like a roller coaster ride of emotions. I learned a lot about myself and the world that we live in. I dealt with depression, something that I rarely ever have dealt with. Loneliness, fear. It's been an interesting journey of self-love, self-loathe, dependability on God and the Word, trusting. Even though a lot of the times that I've had where I felt like things were not going to be okay, I still thank God for allowing those things to happen, because if I wasn't depressed like that, and if I wasn't feeling the loneliness that I felt during that time, I wouldn't be where I am today, depending on God, being okay and being comfortable with myself, loving myself even more so, not being so insecure. And honestly, I'm excited. More so now that I'm out of that state where I was. Things have been amazing. It's been great. It has been great. Clear skin as a model, all 2018. Hi guys. So as many of you guys can see, I have problem skin, I have acne, and I've had it ever since I was little, and it's not cute at all. So I have been on the lookout for a new skincare routine, and I was in Target and I found this African black soap line from Shea Moisture, and it looked like it was something that could help me out. It's called the African Black Soap for Problem Skin, and it just stood out to me. Just a disclaimer, I am not a skincare expert. I just follow the instructions of what's on the back of the products. But you know what? This could help somebody else out. So first off, I use a wet towel and I just use it to kind of wash off my face a little bit. And then after that, I use the clarifying facial wash and scrub, and I just put a little bit on my fingertips and I massage it all over my face. After massaging the facial wash all over my face, I wash it off with a face towel, and then after that I use the Problem Skin Toner. I spray that all over a cotton ball and then I wipe it on my face. It recommends that you try to wipe it up like in an upward motion, but that's kind of difficult. So sometimes I just wipe it, however I like, but it suggests you wipe it up in an upward motion, and I try to do that. So yeah, I do that. So then when I'm done with that, I put on the Problem Skin Moisturizer, and you guys know what moisturizer does. It just moisturizes your face, keeps in all that moisture, makes it look nice and shiny. And so it recommends that you apply that in an upward motion as well. And it's just so difficult. I don't know why. Maybe I should do some research into why they want you to apply it in an upward motion, but it's whatever. And then I wash it off. I like to use my hands first because just get all that water splashing, it just makes me feel really, really clean. And then I use the face cloth to wash off the remaining moisturizer that I may have missed on my face. Also, I have really, really bad nose hairs that are super long, so I have this fancy dancy nose hair trimmer, and I use that to trim my nose hairs in between for a nice, fresh grooming experience. And then I put on this clarifying mud mask, and it's just a mask to really help draw out that dirt and all that congestion and whatnot. And so I apply that on, and it's really, really messy, so be careful. But I apply that, and then I leave it on for 10 minutes because it suggests that you leave it on for 10 minutes, and it is a long 10 minutes. Let me tell you, those 10 minutes go by so slow. And so sometimes I have to entertain myself, I have to dance, things like that, to make the time go by fast, because sometimes you'll be taking forever. And so yeah, leave that on for 10 full minutes, just to have it work. And sometimes it gets a little tingly, and so it makes your face a little tingly, so that's how you know that it's working. And so then after the 10 minutes is up, you wash that bad boy off in the sink. Yes, it gets very messy. It splashes all over the place. It leaves spots and stuff, so be careful about that. But yeah, just wash that bad boy off in the sink, and then bam, you're all done. Your face looks beautiful. Your face looks, you feel good. You feel great. You're shining, and all of that good stuff. And yeah. It's all about looking good and feeling good and all that good stuff. I grew up very self-conscious about my looks, about my appearance. I was insecure. I was made fun of. Kids would make fun of my skin, the way I walked, the way I talked, the way I did things. And I let it get to me. But the older that I got, the more that I realized that, the opinions of people do not matter. The only opinion that matters is God's. And I did things that made myself happy. It was such a challenge. And I had to realize for myself that, I'm handsome. I may not be American standard of beauty or European standard of beauty or whatever, but I am handsome, and I had to self-validate myself and gain that confidence for myself. Because at the end of the day, it doesn't matter what other people say or think. You are in charge of your own happiness, and God loves you for just who you are. It's so important to have love and respect for yourself and confidence. And there's nothing wrong with being confident. There's nothing wrong with loving yourself and respecting yourself. Once you realize the power that God has placed on the inside of you, nothing but greatness can come out of that. I really pray that I can help somebody else out who may be dealing with the same things that I have been dealing with, and they realize the beauty that's on the inside and on the outside. This is just the beginning.